What is going on, you lovely people? Today we will be reacting to Colt Eats Wood. Colt Colt Eats Wood. Starfield finally on PlayStation. Whoop-de-damn-do. Big update, blah blah blah. So let's get started.
To get its biggest update ever, and it's finally coming to the PlayStation 5. There's been a long road of updates for almost 2 years, but Bethesda left out the most important thing.
Making a good game, because that's what
they've been missing out for a long time. Yeah, sue me. I never really liked Bethesda's games.
Skyrim was over the fuck rated, you know.
Daggerfall is a dated piece of shit. And what is it? Morrowind is also a dated piece of shit. You know, that they didn't even bother remaking instead of remastering. Boring.
This is Colt Eastwood. Welcome back to the channel. Bethesda is finally ready to release the...
Don't even get me started. Seriously, don't even get me started on
Fallout. You know.
This is Colt Eastwood. Welcome back to the channel. Bethesda is finally ready to release the full version of Starfield to the masses. And with it comes some new updates, quality of life improvements.
They really think that putting on the PS5 is going to do anything?
I hope this flops so hard. I really do. Because, like, A, it took you how many years to put this on the PS5? And B, this game sucks ass. Like, major ass. Like, even the biggest Bethesda fanboys can't defend this. So...
And a brand new single-player campaign expansion called Terran Armada. The Terran Armada DLC gives us a glimpse into a robot faction that has risen up against humankind. And
okay, good sir, do you really care? Like, I swear.
I feel like because it has, like, Xbox's, like, micro cock on it, this is why this dude is even talking about this. Aren't you a Xbox channel? Why are you even talking about this coming to the PS5? I guess because he is an Xbox channel. He also is... you know, cucking himself out, I guess. Yeah, just like Xbox is. Right, makes sense.
you'll be able to fight these enemies in an all-new, small, single-player campaign. But let's talk about that exploration, because I've done multiple videos about what Starfield could be before it launched, everything that I thought it would be, and a supposed Starfield 2.0. One of the things that all fans were asking for was the reduction of loading screens. And insiders were sure that Bethesda was working with Unreal Engine to integrate more seamless exploration. Bethesda has done none of this. Instead, they have decided to side-skirt the loading screens by adding more organic spaceflight.
So it's still the same shitty game, but on a shittier platform.
And I don't mean from Xbox, by the way, because Starfield came to PC. And honestly, like, it's already bad in general. It's already a bad game on PC. Or, yeah, it is. Because modders are so detached with this Bethesda project that they don't even want to mod for it. Most of them don't even want to mod for it. But at least you do have some stuff for it. Some. You know? What's the point of you buying this on PS5? No, really, can you tell me? Because you're just going to have the same shitty experience on the Xbox. Which is limited, even more limited than the even more limited than it ever has been, you know, like, because, again, at least with the PC, you still have some mods, right? With consoles, you don't. So you're going to experience this game the way that they want to, you know, date rape you with? Seriously? Okay.
When you get to solar systems. This is actually a really cool feature, and they're calling it the Free Lanes expansion. This will allow you to actually fly your ship, because if you have 800 hours in Starfield like I do, you spend most of your time.
Wait, hold on. I thought you
Xbox. Yeah, I thought you Xbots. You know, I thought you guys said that was pointless and stupid for you to fly your own ship. But now, because they're doing it, that's the most exciting part about this update. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you. Some Xbox fanboys, or if not most of them, were really simping for this game. You know, for having no flying segments. You don't get to fly to the planets, and they were boasting about that. They're flexing, as the kids say. Well, what about now? Now you guys are simping for that feature, huh? That literally every fucking space game has? Cool. Like, awesome, bro.
Times in a loading screen, and you hover there, and then loading screen your way to the next location. But instead, they've given us an extra perspective. You can zoom out to a large field of view to see your ship, and you can travel.
Oh my god! Literally shit that other games have been doing?
Whoa, dude!
In 2 speeds to go throughout the solar system. Once you get into a system, you can fly around the planet of your destination.
Why would you pick the slower speed? Like, really?
Don't act like that's a feature. Like,
and at ease, circling around the entire globe with just a few seconds. And if you'd like to take off, you can start heading toward one of the other planet systems, and you can physically fly there. One thing that we don't know, because I didn't get hands-on with this build of the game, is what happens if you look at a planet and try to fly directly into it. So So you can freely fly around the systems at a higher speed that is more like bouncing from planet to planet in real time. There's also an extra speed, a more hyper speed, where you can speed quickly up to a location. And what they did was add organic exploration in space, something that wasn't included in the Starfield gameplay loop. You can point to a planet or an anomaly like you would see in Mass Effect games, and you can fly up to that.
Bro, when Kingdom Hearts 3 did this shit as a
Side thing with the gummy ships, you know you're kind of fucked when you're now doing this. Like, bro, come on, man. This is so ridiculous.
And then you'll find a derelict ship, a derelict space station, or maybe enter into a dogfight by going to that anomaly, and the game will magnetically point you toward it if you'd like to check that out before going to a planet location. This actually makes it feel like you're flying in space instead of coming to a system and hovering like a helicopter. Another cool thing you can do is you can speed fast travel to another location in real time, get up from your seat and walk around the cabin and look out the windshield and see you approaching the gas giant or whatever system planet you're trying to get to. More POIs, more points of interest. Everybody who's played a lot of Starfield knows that it's made up of a few outposts, the dreaded ice lab, and military or drilling posts. And now they've added more locations to give you more variety spread throughout the ground when you're going to different planets and locations. But this is only a small update, one of the many things on the list that we were asking for. They did add a little bit of quality of life for the game, like your ship. There are new components. One of the things they didn't do was completely overhaul or really improve the ship building system, which can be finicky and not allow you to put different components on different places. You can build a really great ship and not be able to add some of the components because there's nowhere to mount them. But they did add small components, and one of them is a ship stealth system that allows you to speed away from attacking dogfights or go into stealth mode briefly so it's harder for your ship to be hit. And this also uses up system resources.
blah blah blah. Who even cares about this shit? Honestly, I don't care.
Like,
You'd have to re-roll your game over and over going through the Unity, something that I won't explain here for people who will be new to Starfield soon. But you can get more Starborn space force powers by using the upgrade materials that are now added into the world, allowing you to level.
I swear, it's kind of pathetic how this dude is like a personal advertiser.
for this dog shit company, you know? How are you this sad? How is your channel this sad, dude? Does anything that he sounds, anything that he says sounds anything like genuine? Like, does it sound like genuine excitement, or does it sound like a fucking advertisement? You know? Pick one, right?
Up things like slowing down time or lifting enemies up in the air. One thing I've been asking for since I reviewed the game back in September of 2023 was for them to improve the outpost building. The outpost building is nothing like we'd expect from a Bethesda game, but they did add a droppable hab, a massive small apartment that you can set down that is fully furnished on the inside. But this isn't what
Whoa!
fans were looking for. We wanted to be able to build custom walls, corners, home on a terrestrial planet, our own. Because right now you can only drop
Bro, didn't something like fucking Minecraft that came out in like 2011?
Give you more customization on how you built your shit. This is just sad and pathetic, bro.
down a couple of habs that look very similar, and then they finally added a little bit of variety to the furniture, and they've even allowed you to build different skins and different themes for the workstations.
Again, who cares? Who cares?
What about the core gameplay? Is it better? No, not really. Jesus, bro.
And then there are the cozy quality of life features that they've added. There's a small circular robot that looks like something out of Jedi Survivor that you can find in the world, and there's a small quest to get this up to follow you around, and it can actually do a little bit of combat with you. This is something that you can have as a pet. They also actually have an actual pet, which looks like a weird alligator tentacle thing that you can bring into your ship or leave it at your outpost and walk around and pet
Okay, I will admit that thing kind of looks cool.
that thing and have it roll over and play dead. And these are all cozy features that they're bringing. I know a lot of people say they don't like Starfield because it's boring.
Again, bro, it's like, who? Okay,
This is a decent feature. Like, this is a different bonus, or this is a decent bonus. But it's like, think about this. They had to spend time implementing this stupid feature in the game. You know, when they could have spent more time, fixing the actual fucking game. Am I the only one who's like kind of annoyed by this? Even though I don't even care about Bethesda games, this still annoys me. You know. Crazy.
But then bringing in cozy features from those type of games into Starfield is certainly a choice. Let's talk about the Terran Armada DLC, because very little was said in the digital preview showcase that I got the other day, but they are bringing in this humanoid mech system that looks a lot like the mechs you would see in Mass Effect 2, and it's a different enemy type we haven't seen in a long time. Fans were asking for Starfield to bring in actual humanoid aliens, and this is about as close as it's going to get. And hopefully,
bro, okay. This is my genuine
Question to people. Why don't you just play Mass Effect? They have a recent collection that came out like a few years ago, right? And you could even play the original, which is probably a better version because I heard that they nerfed one of the hot ass characters. They nerfed her bazungas. So at that point, her boobs and her ass, they made it smaller. So at that point, it's like, bro, just buy the originals. Buy the original like Mass Effect. That is a much better space exploration game and just space game in general. It is much better, and I'm sure there's better ones too. I'm very sure that there's better ones. But yeah, Mass Effect is a big one that I know. So, genuinely speaking, why don't you just buy Mass Effect? I don't get it. I guess people just like slop gameplay. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Colt Eastwood, 10 out of 10. Bye.